Did you miss me? Yo, we are back. I just felt like streaming a little impromptu stream, a little streamy stream. You dig? I need y'all to smash the like button, bro. YouTube out here hating, treacherous. Ray B, what's up? Yeah, man. I tell y'all, I've been doing this so long. Sometimes if there's nothing that I really want to say, I might not get on. I might not hop on. You know what I mean? Because boxing, it's been a little dry in spots, but now there's some things for your boy Ego to talk about. So that's when I appear. I don't like to waste line or waste time. The weekend of boxing was butt, man. That's why, like I said, we got stuff for me to talk about, bro. Boxing this weekend was so trash. Thank you, Turkey. Thank you, Turkey. Y'all was out here praising Turkey, talking about Turkey could do no wrong. He's saving boxing. But now you have people that are making fun of boxing, talking about boxing suck. This is why UFC passed them up and blah, 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 blah. You see what I'm saying? Shout out to my man from the 707 Napa in the chat. You dig? 707. Say it backwards. Yee. But you guys, y'all was the one out here praising Turkey, like, oh, Turkey, he saved boxing, Turkey, Turkey. Well, them fight cards was some turkeys. They were horrible. Horrible. I literally did not enjoy a single fight Friday or Saturday. Even the fights I thought that would be like kind of banger, like FA and Bacoli, that was like watchable, I guess, but it still didn't deliver. I thought somebody was getting knocked out. I thought it was gonna be like, but to see that's what happens. Turkey pulled Bacoli and then put him on the Joseph Parker track, and he get knocked out, and then now all of a sudden he ain't looking like the boogeyman no more. Bro, I'm telling you, you can have as much money as you want. Boxing is a secret society. You can't just come in, no matter how much money you have, and start moving things around, trying to change things, change the fans' mind. That's not how this sport works. Boxing will reject that so fast, and that's what we've seen this weekend. Boxing does not work like that, bro. And it's funny because when I put out these videos, it's the internet. So you got a lot of clowns. They be like, "Oh, Ego, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about, Ego." Oh. All right. And then when it happens, and it happens like I told you it was going to happen, you guys look stupid and I look amazing. You see how that works? And in this stream, I'm going to be talking my because I can, because I earned it. You guys that oppress or try to oppress the channel and, oh, Ego, you don't know what you're talking about, you look stupid. I look amazing, you look stupid. That's how that works. You guys praise Turkey. You guys said all these like radical moves and stuff was what the streets wanted. And now people are roasting boxing. Jersey said, Ego, the boxing streets been needing you. Yeah, I know, because the game is weak without me. The boxing game feel like it has asthma without me. I'm the inhaler. I let y'all breathe. The game is trash without me. Like when I be low, don't be doing live streams and stuff, trash. Nobody be talking about nothing, trash. Weird talking points, trash. Clickbait, trash. Fatal Fury was a fatal disgrace, absolutely. And then here's the sad part about boxing right now. You got Turkey, who's literally buying media and content creators, right? And they become slaves to the machine. They can't say the stuff that Boxingego say because they're on the ship and they don't want to get thrown off. They're like, I ain't gonna mess up my bread. But see, the great thing about me is I don't need nobody's bread. We make plenty right here. I don't have to, like, put it this way. Boxingego is not for sale. Like, I'm not saying I won't work with anybody or do a deal or a partnership. That happens. But it has to be certain terms that are met for that to ever happen. Like, for example, I've come in the game being truthful with my audience. There are certain things that the fans demand of me. If I have to sacrifice my integrity and then now all of a sudden I can't have an opinion, then it's not going to work. And that's exactly what's happened. You have so many people in boxing media that have sold out entirely. They can't be lit on their own, so they sell out to the machine, and then they got to be company men and women, and like they got to act like things are great. Like, for example, that Fatal Fury was a fatal flop. That was trash. But some of the people are employed, they're not saying that. They're acting like, oh, this was a great event. It lives up to expectations. How? It was a dumb idea from the start and an even dumber execution. How did it live up to expectations? Whose expectations? Shout out to Brian. What's up? Boxing has a lot of low quality content and low integrity people. That's what I'm finding out in my years. People will sell their ass in boxing. You know what I mean? If somebody's paying, they don't have no morals, no code. They don't even care. Like, they don't, like, do you know how many brand deals I get, like, emails for that I don't even bring on the channel? Because I don't like to, like, I don't want to involve my brand with another brand that I don't know about or respect. Like, basically something that I wouldn't actually buy. You know what I mean? And I've always been this way because I have integrity. Like, for example, let's say somebody's selling some cologne and the cologne smell like skunk. It is like horrible. It's not good. I wouldn't put that on my channel just because they're going to pay me. You know what I mean? Because I would never wear that cologne. Like, it has to be something that matches my brand vibe and makes sense. So I try to gravitate towards things that I can actually recommend. Products and services that I can actually recommend. Speaking of, there's a link in this video for StreamYard. If you want to stream like Boxingego, click that link. It's in the description. It's in the chat. StreamYard. That's an example. This stream right now, you see the quality. You see all the mics, everything hooked up. You see the on-screen, you know, the Cash App and whatnot. All of that is brought to you by my partners at StreamYard. So that's an example. I can recommend StreamYard because I'm using it right now. And I know it works, and I've used it for years. See how that works? People vouching for Fatal Fury. That was trash, bro. You don't have no integrity, no spine. Bunch of invertebrates in this boxing game. Trying to act like that was good. And the Haniacs too. Bro, I'm about to body the Haniacs. I'm about sick of y'all too. I'm a catch. Listen, in this stream, I'm gonna catch me a body. I'm about to body the Haniacs. Y'all, some of the worst fans in this month. Bro, where the Haniacs? I'm coming. Bro, I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna destroy everything you touch. You are bad for boxing. I'm coming. Bro, I'm coming. Death Row East, believe in that. The Haniacs are some of the worst fans in boxing. They don't have no morals either. They're not keeping it real either. Devin's performance was trash. I don't care. Oh, man, but he didn't get hit. Yeah, of course he didn't get hit. He way out here. He's standing 5-10 feet back. How he's supposed to get hit? He didn't engage. What you talking about, bro? Y'all are trash. I'm what counts in this boxing game. Ryan's fault, like his fight with his performance was trash too. Shout out to Rolly. Bro just took off on a Haniac. Bro, if I gotta get me a Haniac, I gotta get me a Haniac. Bro, and see, here's the thing. The Haniacs be lying. Bill Haney be lying. That's the problem. I don't jive with liars. Like, when I'm telling the truth and then you're spreading lies, that's not gonna work. And then the Haniac content creators, they get behind it and rally like this is some seance or something, and they can't tell the truth. So if I got to get me a Haniac, I got to get me a Haniac. I don't like these liars in the game, bro. Shout out to Nuke. What's up? So I'm going to break everything down in this stream. Chad, what's up? Here to see you cook. Bro, I'm about to whip these months up. I'm about to whip them. Whip it good. Do, 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 do. You must whip it. Do, 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 do. The Haniacs been coping all week. Bro, they are disingenuous. That's why Devin posting clips buying a AP watch and stuff. Because his performance was terrible. We don't care about them watches. We care about how you looked at the Fatal Fury. Them watches ain't gonna save you, partner. Bro, you ain't Floyd. Bro, them watches ain't gonna save you, dog. What the watches gonna do? We watched you and you didn't look good just the day before, so you think posting some watches is gonna impress somebody. Bro, this Gen Z is cooked. It's cooked. Literally no highlight from the fight. Bro, Turkey posted a video with highlights from Fatal Fury. They ain't show no Devin Ramirez highlights. They ain't show none. Nah. Girl, you know nah. No nan punch, throw nan punches like me. Bro, Devin ain't throw nan. Y'all know nan. And then, like, bro, the Haniacs, they insult my intelligence. I'm too intelligent for them. Do you understand this? Do you understand the intelligence that Jay-Z has? Remember when he said that? I feel that. Do you understand who I am, bro? They have like such rudimentary like talking points. It's so stupid. Like, Devin didn't look good versus Ramirez. Oh, you like drug addicts. What? Bro, what? Like, where did you get that from? Oh, you support drug addicts and drug cheats. Bro, these people are stupid. They're really stupid. So, because I'm breaking down Devin's performance, I like racism or drug cheats or I didn't have a father. Like, it's just all a bunch of stupid. It's just a bunch of stupid stuff. Bro, it don't even make sense. These are their real talking points. Anybody hating on Devin doesn't have a father. What? Bro, I just talked to my pops the other day. What are you talking about? My parents still married. What are you talking about? But these are like literally their talking points. You're like, man, Devin ain't look good. But Canelo, bro, Canelo, F him too. He ain't look good either. But what that got to do with Devin? Y'all are, hey, this game is funny. I'm going to make a lot of cash in this game. Shout out to Kamal Oz, bro. Let Kamal get some. Ego, you don't have a father. Okay. You got me. Kamal Oz, let the boy Kamal Oz get him something. All right, Kamal says Devin was in there with Walker from the Walking with a walk. He said Devin was in there with a Walker from the Walking Dead series, and he still clinched like a prom date and fought scary, pathetic against the tailor-made Ramirez. Thank you. Now that's how you're supposed to drive, bro. Kamal Oz, beautiful, beautiful. That's how you drive. That comment sums it up. Bro, you was in there with The Walking Dead, World War Z, and you was fighting like you was fighting Prime Wilder. You was fighting like you was fighting Mike Tyson in his prime. Like you was in there with Gervonta Davis. And I was really trying to understand the performance from Devin. And what makes it worse is the Haniacs, they keep talking. Devin's team keep talking. They said he flinched every time Ramirez threw a feint. Bro, it was a terrible fight. You could believe me or believe the Haniacs. It's on you. Terrible fight. Terrible fight. There's no way you can bend. Like, it's cool. You had a bad one. But the fact that the Haniacs won't admit, they'll be like, oh, but in a way got dropped. Canelo looked horrible. Ryan got dropped. Two things can be the same. Like, both things could be true. You know what I mean? Like, nobody said in a way didn't get dropped. Nobody said that Ryan didn't get dropped. So you bringing that up is like really a moot point. And like for real, in a way got dropped, but he got up man style and caught him a body. So boxing fans are always going to be able to respect that. Now you can say what you want. I don't think in a way is number one pound for pound. He's good, but I don't think he's like, I think he, you know what I mean? He got the little bit of the overrated stuff, like in certain regards. But, I mean, he still got a man style. Devin ain't fight like that. Bill tried to stand up to De La Hoya. Yeah, okay. De La Hoya beat the brakes off Bill. Dolo, one-on-one? Come on, bro. It's still Oscar De La Hoya. I'll pay to see that fight. Bill and De La Hoya. Yeah, sign me up. I'll pay the zone for that. Bro, it's still Oscar, bro. He a gold medalist. That's stupid. It's not even a real Oscar. Papa the jab. Pop, pop, pop. I do believe. I do believe. Bro, come on. Bill keep acting like he want to fight B-Hop and De La Hoya. You don't want to fight them, bro. You don't want to fight them. They're still pro fighters, bro. Once a fighter, always a fighter. So I'm not even going to spend too much time on that. But Devin's performance, it like, okay. Bill 50-0 in the streets. All right. Okay. Bro, we let me get the Haniac. I got to get the Haniac some more. Terrible performance, bro. Devin fought, you know what Devin fought like? Say what, ego? I'm going to tell y'all. Do you know how Devin Haney fought? If y'all want me to tell you how Devin Haney fought, say what, ego, or how. I'll accept either. Yeah, I need y'all to participate. We gonna get this rocking. How did Devin fight? Say how. How, ego? What, ego? Okay, y'all starting to say, okay. Devin Haney fought like that 100-man versus one gorilla, one silverback gorilla, and you done watched 99 people die, and you the last person to fade with the silverback gorilla. That's how he fought. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Everybody talking about the 100 men versus one silverback. Just imagine you was part of that 100. You was part of that 100. and you don't watch the silverback beat the out of 99 people, and you the last remaining dude, and you got to squabble up. You got to still squabble as the last remaining survivor. You got to squabble with the silverback, and he out here with it. Bro, he right here with it. And you didn't see him. He tossed your boys. The 99, he just ran through them. Bit some of them, ripped the dude in half, took somebody's arm off and beat him with their own arm. That's how Devin fought. Like it was the 100 man versus silverback. Like he didn't know how to approach it. Like he was fighting the silverback. Bro, Ramirez looked washed. Bro, take him to the laundromat. He looked washed, bro. He looked Nivea. He at the laundromat. What y'all talking about? And Devin didn't want to engage with that? Bro, what? This can't be life. You didn't want to engage with him? He wasn't even looking like all that threatening. Devin. Bro, Devin got on his genuine. I'm just a bachelor. I'm looking for someone who knows how to run without even falling. Bro, he got on his genuine. He started to show the footwork. I used to be the main one calling, but now I could just be G, even though I might be on TV. Ha. I can just be me. Yo, genuine, makeup dance. Bro, Devin was fighting like 9 o'clock, home alone, paging you, wishing you come home. Bro, that's how he was fighting. And y'all trying to say it was masterful. That it was master class. Bro, it was master ass. I don't care what y'all talking about. That ain't no master. Okay, if Devin Ramirez, if I got to get a Haniac, I got to get a Haniac. If that was a master class performance, what is Floyd versus Cotto? Floyd versus Hatton? Floyd versus Guerrero? Floyd versus anybody? Maidana, Gotti. What are those? What are those performances? If Devin versus Stankin' Ramirez is master class to you? Devin was singing "Running by the Far Side." Shout out to the Bay Area, bro. Facts. Y'all talk about master class, bro. What? Bro, and I'm a realistic fan. All right, you came from some treachery with the Ryan fight. Cool. So I would be good if Devin fought 3 or 4 rounds like that. You know, get your bearings back, and then you stepped it up. I think that would be realistic. He never hit the switch. He never really got in a different gear. Like, if you came out like that, I wouldn't even hold. You know what I mean? I'd be like, all right. You know what I mean? You came from the Ryan fight, you getting tossed up like Tupac's song. Oh, it's Casey, baby. Oh, don't act so shady. You was getting tossed up. Hey, what's your phone number? How I get around? Cali love to my true thugs. Picture me now. Still down for that death row sound. Looking for Dre Day, no longer Dre Day, Reaver Dirt Check. You was getting tossed up. So I would even understand if you came out a couple rounds like that. You stayed like that the whole fight. And then people keep talking about, oh, but you're not saying anything to Ryan Garcia. Bro, Ryan fought at the full 147. No? Devin fought at a catchweight, a 144. No. Ryan fought a legit puncher. No. Right? Ryan fought somebody off of a win. No. Devin fought someone off of a loss. You guys want the commentary to be 100% equal, but the circumstance is not 100% equal. So why would my commentary be like one and the same when there's different variables for each opponent? Ryan looked trash too. But here's what I would say for Ryan. Ryan at least has a smidgen of an excuse to look trash because he got crashed out in the second round, and we know Rolly has real power and was feeding him in sparring, so he didn't make no adjustment. But he got sat down, and for me, that's why Ryan can. Because listen, hear me out. Ryan in round one didn't look that bad. You got to admit, Ryan in round one, go watch it again, versus Rolly, did not look bad. Go watch round one. Uno, right? He didn't look bad. When Rolly double hooked him and sat him down, I know that hurt because I looked on Ryan's face, and Ryan keep getting caught up with them left hooks, right? Ryan keep getting dropped in the second round. Luke Campbell dropped him in the second. Tank Davis dropped him in the second. And Rolly dropped him in the second, all from 3 left hands, right? Ryan had a lot of experience, at least in sparring, with Rolly, so he knew that things could get grim. And I think as soon as he got dropped, he wasn't willing to go out on his shield. That's no more, no less. The fight started off nasty for you early, and you sold out, and you didn't want to put it all on the line to try to get things going on your way. You know what I mean? And try to really beat this guy. You seen and felt that power, so you were just contented, just being like going the distance, and if you seen the opening, maybe take it, but not really take too many chances. That's what I seen. You guys keep talking about Osterine. I don't really think it was an issue of Osterine. He got crackterine by Rolly. Y'all keep listen, I'm going to say it again. It wasn't really a matter of Osterine. It was crackterine. When Rolly, when Rolly hit them yang-yangs, I told you. And the funny thing is, and I'm going to get to Kamal Oz in a second. The funny thing is, that's a running joke on my channel. I said, Rolly is a hard style to deal with if you don't fight him right. Did I say that? Listen, y'all gonna give me my credit, god dang it. Did I say several times on my channel that styles like Rolly is hard to deal with if you don't fight him right? If you don't fight him because he's awkward, he's crude, he's not textbook, he come from judo, and he got smoke for you. So if he land one of them, and I literally said, if Rolly land that, if he land that, then you going to have problems. I literally said that. And guess what Rolly did? Landed that, he landed that on Ryan, and then after that, this was over because of that that Rolly be throwing. I said it, and then it came true. I told, man, hold on. Let me get to Kamal, bro, because y'all ain't on my level. Y'all ain't on my level. All right, Kamal says, $10, thank you. The worst part is that Bill once again was gaslighting about sending Ramirez to the hospital. Cap, nonstop lies, Blair Cobb, Tim Bradley, Shannon Briggs, Kenny Ellis, Rolly, and others can't all be hating. And Kamal Oz and Boxingego add us to the list. Bro, Bill, see, and like, okay, let's be real. What do you feel if Bill Haney is getting caught up for lying, and you look at the Haniacs content creators and then they ignore the fact that Bill Haney is getting caught up lying? They won't even make no content about it. So who's really being real in this game? I talk about everything. I don't duck or dodge nothing. I don't duck or dodge no subject. They do. The Haniac content creators, they're acting like Rick Marinigan and Robert Garcia didn't prove that Bill Haney was out here capping. He tried to make it like Devin sent Ramirez to the hospital and he was in the back of an ambulance, like getting carted off. And then Robert Garcia came out and said, come on, bro. We gave you credit for winning. You know, it wasn't impressive or whatever, but you won. You don't have to lie on us. He didn't send him to no hospital. Rick Marinigan said Ramirez was with his family eating pizza. And you're so desperate. Bill Haney is so desperate to spin narratives that this is what he does. This is what he does. You want people to believe your son is like a vicious puncher so bad that you're just willing to lie. Come on, bro. How can that be respected? Like, anybody who's seen the fight, there was really no reason for Ramirez to be admitted to the hospital because it wasn't even that type of fight. Devin was like, Ramirez, he was getting hurt bad by Josh Taylor. If he had to go to a hospital for a fight, it would probably be something like that. How you got to go to a fight with Devin? Why you got to go to a hospital for Devin? Not the biggest puncher and really was non-committal to his offense. Why would he have to go to the hospital for that? So Bill Haney out here insinuating, knowing he lying. And you guys act like y'all respect it. Garcia said nobody should be talking about that fight. Yeah, it was. And here's the thing. I'm going to say it again. Boxing is not equal. You understand that? Do you guys understand that, yes or no? Boxing is not equal. Do I have to elaborate or do you understand? Boxing is not equal. Do you understand that? Kamal get it. Finally, somebody get it. Okay, so people like the Haniacs, they're so stupid that they try to take like a person like me who's keeping it real, try to take my commentary and make it sound like I'm hating or this and that because you're not willing to keep it real. Or they're like, here's an example. Oh, why aren't you talking about Ryan? You dumb son of a... I have a 42-minute video talking about Ryan's fight. What the are you talking about? Go check on the channel. My video talking about Ryan and Ryan and Rolly is longer than my video talking about Devin Haney and his fight with Ramirez. You see how they have to lie on my name? They talking about like, oh, why you ain't talking about Ryan? I did a 40, name another person in boxing that did a dedicated 42-minute video right after about one fight. Nobody in the game do it like me. Y'all know that. So don't say I didn't talk about Ryan when you know you're lying. I did almost an hour video, easy work, talking about Ryan and his shortcomings in the fight. But the Haniacs are such liars, they'll say stuff like, you're not talking about Ryan. What's there to talk about? The other thing is what I just said. Boxing is not equal. Ryan has never been a champion. So why would people hold him to exactly the same standard as a person who's formerly undisputed? Ryan's not unbeaten either. Ryan got 2 losses. 2 losses. So why would we have an extenuated conversation in the same exact way as we do for Devin with Ryan when Ryan's never been a champion? Ryan failed a drug test. Ryan, somebody who was capable of hurting him, not at a catch weight. And Ryan is not even unbeaten. Versus Devin, he said Mayweather passed him the torch. He's an unbeaten fighter. And it was all eyes on him to see how he would respond to the criticisms after the Ryan Garcia fight. Troy Hutch says, I definitely recall you saying the card would flop and somebody was going to get upset. I told you I am the greatest that has ever lived covering boxing in the digital age. You guys think it's a game or a joke. Listen, my accuracy rating is stupid. There's nobody in the game, fighters, trainers, other YouTubers, content, nobody in the game got an accuracy rating. Years in the game as me, like the same amount of years or longer, and they're accurate, and they do this, like not just weigh-in coverage videos or something. Get on the mic and put their thoughts out on all their social medias and breakdowns. And I know for a fact it's because a lot of boxing media and content creators, they're cowards. So I know they're not doing it like me. They're not willing to go against Turkey or whatever and say that the event is going to flop or you have questions. So I know nobody else is doing it like me. I'm saying stuff that's unpopular that becomes popular when it's proven to be right. There's not people taking these risks. They don't want to rock the boat. I'm Aaliyah. I'm going to rock the boat. Rest in peace to baby girl. I'm the new Aaliyah. I'm the Aaliyah of my generation. I'm going to rock the boat. I don't care what you talking about. I'm going to keep it real. That fight was trash. I told you it was going to be an upset. I told you not to play around with boxing. My man, shout out to him for giving me my credit. I told you it was so stupid. If you want Ryan to fight Devin and you put obstacles in their way instead of going straight into the rematch. They both were off for a year. They both aren't real welterweights or proven welterweights. So it would have been a fair and square fight. Devin took a year off. Ryan took a year off. Devin ain't fought at 147. Ryan ain't fought at 147. You get that done. Period. But Turkey didn't. Turkey put obstacles, and now the rematch is cooked. COOK cooked. Because Ryan looked stupid and lost, get dropped, and then like a lot of people were saying Ryan quit mentally. So we know you quit versus Tank, and it looked like you quit in the Rolly fight, meaning like you knew you needed a knockout to win, cuz. You knew you needed a knockout to win, and you got power, but you wasn't willing to show what needed to be shown to try to come get that from Rolly. So you kind of quitting the Rolly fight too. Then for Devin, bro, he out here like Jackie Joyner Kersey running around like he Carl Lewis. Bro, so I don't even have to say that. Bro, he run around like Carl Lewis. Fontaine, bro, get him out of here, bro. You talk too much to be fighting like Fontaine, to be fighting like Carl Lewis. And then you going to post some pictures buying watches. Them watches ain't going to do nothing. What them watches going to do, bro? We watched you. We was watching you, and you didn't put up the performance. Bro, and remember, I called out everything. I'm everything that counts in this game. Y'all suck. Period. Remember before the fight, I said, I'm a bit concerned for Devin Haney. He's in between a rock and a hard place. I think he might have some PTSD, but we'll see. I also said, Devin Haney is concerning me because he keep posting shirtless pictures like he D'Angelo. Girl, it's only you. Have it your way. And if you want, you can decide that if you have me, I can provide everything that you desire. Bro, he was posting the shirtless pictures like D'Angelo Untitled. My first time I can't feel. I said I gotta go right now. Woo! How does it feel? Bro, why was he posting so many shirtless pictures like he was prime LL Cool J? When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a... Bro, you are not LL. LL Cool J is hard as... Bro, you are not Todd Smith, bruh. This is for my little girl. Just to love you better, baby. This is hard to say. I want to make sure I go about this in the right way. But lately I've been busy a lot. And I know you don't feel appreciated and whatnot. I used to tell you that your hair looked fly. Kiss you slow and stare in your eyes. Now I talk real foul and slick. Every other sentences you make me sick. Bro, he was posting the muscle pictures. And I'm like, I get it. I cover boxing. I'm ego Weight Watchers. I get it. The muscle pictures is cool, but you posted like whole photo shoots of the shirtless pictures. Like that proves something, bro. Some of these Mexican fighters don't look like they got no muscles, but they got cracks. Nobody care about that muscle, bro. Nobody care about that. Like the dude, old boy that the Lyft driver that dropped Cud in a way, Cud. Bro, he didn't look like all muscular, but he got some cracks though. He sat in a way down. Devin kept posting the muscle picture, and I'm like, that's kind of weird, bro. Like, let us know how your training camp is going. You could post a couple, I guess, but he kept posting them, bro. And I'm like, nah, bro. It's like he's almost like insecure. And then like, bro, Shakur and Devin are insecure, bro. They are insecure because they live in a world with Tank Davis that got power and they don't got power. So it's like they have to keep doing extra. You know what I mean? They have to keep doing extra to convince people. Like Shakur and Devin always talk about a stoppage. Bro, Devin ain't had a stoppage since Sealy in The Color Purple. Devin ain't had a stoppage since Good Times was on, bro. Since TGIF with Family Man. It's a rare condition this day and age. You're reading the good news on the newspaper. Bro, the man ain't had a stoppage since TGIF was on ABC, duh. What? You're reading the good news on the newspaper, baby. Loving condition and a grand design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Why y'all keep talking about knockout, cuz? It's like weird, bro. It's like an insecurity, dog. If you ain't a knockout guy, you ain't a knockout guy. Fresh Prince, Family Matters, two of the best sitcoms ever. Facts. Bro, Shakur talking about he gonna stop Tank. Bro, you couldn't stop a car if you was a safety patrol, bro. If you was a crossing guard. What you talking about, cuz? Bro, bro, this generation is washed, bro. Shakur talking about stopping people. You couldn't stop a vehicle if you was a crossing guard, bro. What are you talking about, dog? You barely stopped the electrician, bro. You was fighting Geek Squad or something. And you like barely stopped. You broke both your hands trying to stop the white boy from the UK. You was fighting Oasis and broke both your shit trying to stop Oasis. Today is gonna be the day that I finally found out for you. Right now, nothing about you do about you now, bro. You was fighting a UK random union worker, and you barely stopped him. It took several rounds, bro. Tank would have threw one punch and stopped his cuz. Like, what are we talking about, bro? These dudes got like power fetishes, and they don't have the power though. And let me talk about this, bro. A lot of y'all clowns, bro. They be like, oh, Ego, you from the Bay. How you gonna keep it real on Devin? Like, bro, so cause I'm from the Bay, I can't keep it real? Bro, that sounds stupid. And first of all, Devin, bro, he ain't grow up here. Stop. Bro, ask Devin where he was when the hyphy era was out, bro. He wasn't out here like that. Stop. Please stop. So there's that. Please stop. But it don't matter where you from. It don't have nothing to do with keeping it real, bro. The Bay Area is gonna always keep it real. Look, my man, he from the Bay. He know what it is. He said the Bay don't even rock with Devin like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, come on, bro. Don't make this a Bay thing. Because the Bay is always gonna keep it real before anything else. It was Bill and Devin. They was in Henderson, Nevada during the hyphy movement, bro. You wasn't out here, cuz. I got fam from the Bay. Dev does not act like he from the Bay. He from Henderson. Yeah, people, but that's the Haniacs stuff. They, oh man, ain't you supposed to be from the Bay, bro? What? So I can't keep it real. Devin is an officer. The Bay don't like snitching. Bro, this whole thing is in shambles. It's in shambles, bro. But this is with the Haniacs. Like, first of all, I'm talking about Devin's performance. They talking about me. Oh, ego, you supposed to be from the Bay. What the that got to do with Devin's performance? You see what I'm saying? These are the distractions from the Haniacs. This is their level of intellect. Is, and, oh, you supposed to be from the Bay, so you can't have an opinion on Devin. Bro, he didn't look good. What do you want me to say? And why does my opinion hurt people so much? That's my opinion. If you like the fight and that was Mayweather Gotti to you, Merry Christmas. Bro, but for me, like some people are saying it's a masterclass. Bro, how is that a masterclass? What was masterclass about it? Let's open the floodgate. Shout out to my man Jameson, sent $10 in the Cash App. You dig? Jameson, appreciate you. Shakur couldn't stop a nosebleed with a pillowcase. Bro, these dudes don't have power and they trying to talk about power more than people who have power, which shows me you don't have power. Better be if got power, he don't really just overly talk about it. Shakur and Devin always talking about the power. Kamal Oz. Devin and Shakur ain't been entertaining since Three's Company and Growing Pains. Yeah, Kirk Cameron. Those dudes yap, but are as fun as paint drying. Over promise and under deliver. Kamal is out here bodying y'all. Please like Kamal's super chat because he cooking y'all. Bro, all that not like performing, they really hurt the game and they hurt themselves. Like, I don't want to see even Devin versus Shakur now. Like, to be honest, that would be a boring fight probably. I'd rather watch Seagulls fucking watch them fight. That's what I'm saying. Like, they hurting it. Like, Devin performance, I really don't need to see the Ryan rematch. I mean, if they want to get it out of there, they can get it out of there. But, like, it's watered down now. Like, okay. Devin and Ryan, if they fight in October, okay, what? Ryan couldn't beat Rolly, who Tank knocked out. And Rolly is a WBA champion now. Devin is not a champion anymore. Ryan is not a champion anymore. They're talking about the fight being in Saudi Arabia, so to come on at like 11 a.m. or some my time, right? Devin looked pathetic and his willingness to engage looked completely shot. Why do I want to see that fight now? Hey, shout out to my man from Mexico, Sweet 87. What's up? Like, what's the real selling point? And I really felt I wanted to see it prior to Fatal Fury, Fatal Flop. Like, what is it? I mean, I'll watch it, but I'm just saying you hurt the fight. You hurt the fight. You hurt the fight with this performance. And Canelo hurt his fight with Crawford with the skull performance. He looked horrible too. Bro, how did Turkey put up these cards that turned out where the main events were so pathetic and then the co-feature was pathetic back to back? See, this is what happens when you try to do too much, bro. 3 nights of boxing. You would have, like, because if you only did Fatal Fury, that would have only been one negative fight for us to talk about. But you try to do back-to-back-to-back fights, and 90% of them, 95% were horrible. So the pressure, like, grew. Like, people like, man, that was pathetic. That was horrible. I don't know one person that liked the fights on Friday or Saturday. None of them live. Like, even Arnold Barboza, like, he talked all this stuff about how T.O. sucks and he's going to shut his mouth. He didn't perform like that. He didn't perform like that. Like, you say you hated T.O. and T.O. overrated and all. You know what I mean? Like, y'all was building it up. So I was like, all right, let's see what that is. The fighters competing at 7 a.m. in Saudi was awful. Man, shout out to Brandon. Y'all ain't never lied. That's what I'm saying, bro. The whole thing. And like, bro, I could keep going on. It was bad. It was that bad. Canelo fight. He's fighting on the Mexican dates. Why? Change that. You're not doing no service to no Mexican, Hispanic, and Latino anymore. You fighting it over there. It didn't even feel like a Canelo fight for that reason. You made it significantly harder for your Latino fans to go see you. Significantly harder. You see how dead the crowds look? Bro, that's what I'm saying. It was horrible. Like Fatal Fury, they had a VIP crowd, and it felt bad because, bro, Turkey, he messing it up right now. He messing it up right now because you pretty much conned the public and made it believe that it was going to be in the middle of the ring, middle of the street at Times Square, surrounded by like 500,000 people. You had that blocked off. Like it was a presidential like rally or debate or something like that. You had it all blocked off and it looked goofy. The energy didn't feel good. Like even when Ryan got knocked down, the crowd reaction was weak. If Ryan would have got knocked down in the Barclay by Rolly, that would have went up. Because you would have had real 16, 17,000 real boxing fans. Yeah, you know the phrase, you doing too much, Turkey is the epitome of that. Bro, they had these big ring barricades blocking it so people across the street couldn't see. That was corny. That whole thing was corny. You know, bro, Turkey seemed like one of them people where like you got them ideas in your head and they sound good in your head until you like try to execute, but he got the money and the resource to execute. That's what it looked like. It looked like an idea that in your head sounded better. But then in practice, execution wise, nah. You hyped it up and it didn't live up to nothing. Bro, they did the same thing. Turkey, bro, he failing in America. Bro, he did that fight at the Sphere with Sean O'Malley. That was not the best UFC card. That was horrible. They talked all this stuff about, oh, we spending $25 million for the Sphere, and it's forgettable. Nobody, I don't know anybody that like, I'm not talking about people that went live, but more so people that watched it. Nobody was like talking about Marab and Sean O'Malley still. You had much better fights after that in just regular octagon. Turkey did that Sphere. Yeah, he did the Sphere. And that was another flop to me. That didn't live up to nothing. What does Fatal Fury even have to do with boxing? Fatal Fury is a video game that I guess Turkey liked as a kid. So now he got money or whatever. He partnered with him. That's it. So he owns, like his company or whatever owns a portion of it or all of it. That's the only thing it has to do. So they just promoting it. Bro, that sphere was horrible. So yeah, man, it was just an awful night, couple nights. And then you had like, and see, it made me mad. Like I was literally angry after watching boxing on Friday, Saturday. That should never be a thing. I was actually angry, bro, because I know what's to come. You're gonna have Dylan Dennis and all these MMA muff, and they're gonna be like, oh, see, boxing's a dying sport. How do they get paid so much? Boxing sucks. UFC's better. I hate hearing that. I don't want to hear that, bro. In Turkey, he put on these fights and got boxing being ridiculed. Like this is the better representation of of us, and it's really not. That wasn't no representation of like the best of boxing. This was some kookamani like idea from Turkey that didn't come off. And this is what happens when you keep trying to do these like weirdo events. You know, I'm from the Bay Area. I literally just went to Alcatraz in October, November. I literally was just there. That is not a cracking spot for a fight. I told you guys this. You guys are clowns. I'm going to make you peons bow down to me. When this is all over, y'all will bow down to me and recognize me as the greatest in this boxing talk. I say all these things. People say, oh, you're hating. You don't know what you're talking about. Turkey's going to prove you wrong. And then I never get proven wrong. I told you when they said that Alcatraz, they was talking about T.O. fighting it. Bro, it's not. Why would T.O. fight in Alcatraz, bro? He not from out here. You got to take a boat, a ferry to get to Alcatraz. Like at best, the photos are gonna look cool. You know what I mean? Because you're on an island. It's not what you guys think. It's not as big as you guys think. And then, like, to be honest, for the heritage of it, why would you want like Turkey ain't from out here either, bro? You know what I mean? So like this is my backyard. I don't want a bunch of like spectators and like influx of people and camera crews, and then they have a national monument, and then people, you know, people be ghetto and like vandalize and steal stuff. Like this is a historic monument, and then you run the chances of that. The more people you bring in, you know what I mean? You run the chance of like people like desecrating a historic like monument. I don't like stuff like that. It's like Alcatraz is kind of like a museum, and you trying to use it for your own show because you got money. Like that's corny, bro. And boxing fans don't need all that. Boxing fans don't care about all this extra stuff. We want to see good fights. We don't care about them fighting on an island. Like Turkey watched too many movies or something. Like he watching Bloodsport and Enter the Dragon, trying to have people fight on islands and kumites and all. Like, come on, bro. Shout out to my man Sweet. $10. Appreciate you. The best entertainment for Cinco de Mayo been Ego dropping the facts on the Canelo Haney fans. They are all hurt. That's my job. Yeah, Trump trying to open Alcatraz as a prison. Turkey trying to have fights. It's like, come on, bro. There's too much going on. Friday and Saturday were an example of Turkey got too much chip. He got too much dip on his chip. Period. Turkey, bro, you need to pay me top dollar. Top dollar. I'll help you out, bro. Cause you need it. Turkey, you need ego help. But I need full like clearance to do what I do. You need some help, bro. Because these people, like, they got a ring belt that's like gold carated for the Crawford Canelo fight. Bro, all this stuff is corny, bro. Like what is that for, bro? Like Crawford, Canelo, two guys that really shouldn't even be fighting. They're fighting for a gold carat belt. Like what? So if Canelo win, he get a belt for beating a welterweight. Like this is corny, bro. Y'all just don't want to admit it yet. A lot of these ideas is corny, bro. You get a 24 karat belt for whooping a welterweight if you win. I don't know, bro. These ideas ain't adding up. Turkey events remind me of a kid when I was growing up that had all the nice basketball shoes, wristbands, cleats, gloves. When it's game time, they don't deliver. They all look. Ooh! Shout out to my boy Jesse Carl. I know exactly that kid. Yeah, they had the British Knights and the pumps and all this, and they wasn't the ones. But their daddy was rich or something. You know what else? You know, Turkey like that boy from Blank Check. Remember that Disney movie Blank Check, where the white boy got the blank check and he just filled it in with millions of dollars? Bro, Turkey is Blank Check. He the white boy from Blank Check. He was buying all types of stuff, limousines and pizza. Bro, that's Turkey. He just spending money on stupid stuff. Bro, y'all remember the little white kid with the money? He got the Brian Boswell or whatever his name is, Bosworth. Man, go type in Disney Blank Check. That's Turkey. He had a little spiky flat top, and he's like Mr. Macintosh. Bro, Turkey Mr. Macintosh out this mode. He's just spending stupid money. Bro, he had 20 TVs and bought a Lexus with no license. Bro, he's just buying stupid stuff. That's Turkey. Turkey Mr. Macintosh from that movie, Dead Homies. Bro, there go Turkey right there. There you go right there. Y'all see that? That's Turkey right there. He just spending money on stupid. Oh, I will put the fight in middle of street, Times Square. Like, all right, bro. Why you do that? And then, bro, don't get me started on Canelo. I'm going to cook him too. Where Canelo? Where the Chupapi Muñeños? Bro, I'm going to cook the Canelo fans too. Canelo got to be one of the dumbest, like, fighters on the mic. He be saying some of the dumbest things in modern boxing history. Stop me when I'm wrong. Canelo be saying some of the dumbest things that we've heard from a star fighter. He talking about, I don't want to fight a Mexican because we share the same flag. What? So Sean Porter and Errol Spence never said that. Like, we two niggas, then we from the USA. I don't like to fight niggas. Bro, that just sounds stupid, bro. Think about how many classic fights if two people from the same region never fought. I imagine how stupid that is. If Errol Spence said he ain't fighting Sean Porter. Yeah, definitely. I'll fight anyone. I don't want to fight no niggas. I don't want to fight no blacks. Start that cap. Give me some whites. Bro, other people get away with stuff black people could never get away with. Bro, I'm going to say it again, and I know it makes you mad. Other ethnicities get away with some that black people could never do. You could never hear Errol Spence say, yeah, I fight white people, Asians. Yeah, definitely. I don't want to fight. Start that cat. I don't want to fight no nigga. Bro, and the funny thing is, even black people would be mad if Errol Spence said he ain't fighting Crawford because he ain't fighting a black. What if Wilder say he ain't fighting no black? Oh my God, I'll never fight Anthony Joshua. I don't want to fight nobody with no black skin. Like, bro, what? Canelo's talking that stupid stuff. And then fought Munguia. You sound stupid, bro. So that was one stupid thing from Nello. All the excuses he had for not fighting Benvidez, stupid. You fight nobody. You fight one Anthony Dorrell. One guy. Bro, shut up. You fought William Skull. Who the is that? Bro, Canelo fans are atrocious. They're ugly. They're atrocious. They're liars. Whatever you want to call. The man said he didn't want to fight Benvidez because of Benavidez's resume. But you'll fight this William Skull Omarion looking muff and you don't have no problem with it. You'll fight average pilgrims or whatever off a 2-year layer. You don't care about him and his resume. Picking and choosing. But then you changed it. You didn't want to fight no Mexicans, and then people said, "Oh, but Benavidez is half Ecuadorian too." So then you said, "Look at his resume." Then that didn't work. People still was pressing you to fight Benavidez, and then you say, "Oh, he's mean to me." Bro, get the out of here, bro. Canelo done made the game watered down, bro. He trash. He low-key trash, bro. You said, bro, Canelo's an abomination, bro. I don't even see how he has fans for real, if we really being honest. I don't even understand it, bro. I don't see his fights, bro. His fight ain't been cracking since like Triple G2. For real. Bro, dead homies. Name a fun fight from Canelo that was like amazing fight of the year since Triple G 1 or 2 or something. No, I'm saying in general, like where you like you would put him on Sports Center because he looked like you could put Tank versus Frank Martin on Sports Center. Tank knocked him out crazy. The Plant fight was cool for the time, but I don't think that was like a fight of the year even that year. It was cool though. I'll give you that. It was cool. Bro, Canelo need to eat the meat again. Bro, Canelo need to get some butcher box. He need to eat some meat or whatever. He vegan? Because his performances ain't been adding up, bro. Y'all better get Canelo some butcher box. Give him some beef jerky out there, some chomps out this motherfucker. Bro, he needs some more meat or something. I don't know what's going on. He a full-time golfer. Dead homies. Bro, he looked horrible versus William Skull. He looked lazy. Bro, Canelo looked lazy. Like he just stopped chasing him in the middle of the fight. Bro, that's the oldest trick in the book. Stand here and fight me. Martin Bacoli tried that too. It's stupid. Bro, if a person is moving too much for you and you say stop and fight me like a man, why would they do that? They know it's working. You're getting frustrated. That's the dumbest. Bro, these boxers, they've been getting punched in the head too much because these game plans sound stupid. All right, so if you just, and then like moving, and then you say, hey, stop and fight me like a man. Right here. Bro, why would I stop? Obviously, you're getting frustrated because you can't hit me. So why would I just stop and then have a dog fight with you, which is what you want? These dudes is just saying whatever. Turkey going to have us watching Devin fighting Danny Garcia to build Devin back up. Shout out to Brandon. Bro, no, that's the oldest trick in the book. Stand here and fight me like a man. Prove it to me. And the thing is, what did you think William Skull was going to do? If you watch his fight, he always fight like that. And then Canelo, like I said, he be saying some of the dumbest things in boxing. Canelo was like, I hate fighting guys like that. They run. Nigga, you picked him. What? Bro, get him out of here. The man had the audacity to say, I hate fighting guys like that. Nigga, you picked him. What? That's like me going to Five Guys and saying I hate cheeseburgers, but I ordered me a cheeseburger. What does that even mean, bro? You picked this food. We told you to fight David Benvidez. He ain't gonna run, and you ran from him. You the runner. Bro, get Canelo out of here, bro. His time is up. Bro, get Canelo. I'm so sick of Canelo, bro. I don't even want to see the Crawford fight. Get him out of boxing, bro. He's setting a bad trend, dog. Bro, and Canelo don't like he's just like he's like boring. Like, bro, his haircut don't even look the same. Bro, what is this? You got that? You went to Saudi cuts. You went to super cuts in Saudi. Man, what the hell? Bro, Canelo, you got to fire your barber on Dead Homies. Bro. Bro, get Canelo's barber out of here. He went to Saudi cuts. I don't know what the hell that is. He went to the barber and said, "What you having? Fuck my shit right up." That's what he told the barber. Fuck me up. Bro, man, hell no, bro. What is this, bro? He looked like a non-binary Dennis the Menace. Bro, get him out of here, bro. I'm so sick of Canelo right now, bro. Look at this. Look at this cut, though. Bro, somebody said he cherry picked his barber. Bro, he cherry picked the barber. Get him out of here. It's over. Kamal says bum love. Bum Lovekin called Canelo a drug cheat. He said he's not moving like a true Mexican, yet Canelo fought him 3 times, but won't fight Benvidez for disrespect. Absolutely. Canelo looking like Stewie from Family Guy is insane, bro. Insane. Jameson Childress sent another $10 in the Cash App. Let's go. Nello pound for pound, but can't cut off the ring. Yeah, and then like you're crying about William Skull moved. His style on paper was that anyway. So what was you training? You thought he was gonna slug it out with you? You've been crying about runners since 2013. You would think that you learn how to cut off the ring and have a defense against that. Yeah, so Friday and Saturday, all them fights was horrible. All of them. Shout out to Rolly though. Shout out to Rolly though. Oh yeah, here's the other thing about Devin. Hold on, I got more. Icy is like literally probably one of the only people I talk to that put Rolly in the driver's seat and said he could get that done. I feel like me and Rolly was the only ones. I mean, me and Icy the only ones, bro. And y'all clown Rolly bad. Oh, he suck and all that, and then Rolly spoiled everything. Shout out to Rolly. Shout out to Rolly. Bro, you know what was interesting? That Rolly made Ryan sell out. He didn't even want. It's like he didn't even want to compete no more. That was surprising. Like Rolly had Ryan just like not willing to really commit. I bet y'all Devin won't fight Rolly. Yeah, make that fight. Yeah, Devin versus Rolly at 147. Yeah, okay. Bro, and see the thing with Devin moving, Rolly, see, Rolly fought Ryan very disciplined. That right hand was glued. He had that much because he knew Ryan got that left hook and that speed. He kept that at home. Versus Devin, that's going to be regular Rolly where he's just like, he going to be more aggressive. Rolly knew out of respect that Ryan got cracks. He can't just run up. Devin, he going to run up. Bro, Devin, he's in a terrible position, bro. He in a terrible. You can believe me or Bill Haney, I don't really care. He in a terrible position. I keep it real with this boxing stuff. Devin Haney, because you had an ultimate opportunity to shut people up and you didn't come close to doing that, right? You said you only lost because Ryan cheated, so you should have been pretty confident. But something was lost because the way you fought a faded Ramirez was outrageous. It was outrageous, bro. And if you're performing like that at a catch weight versus a faded Ramirez, who can you really beat that's good at 147? Honestly. Bill Haney was capping, talking about he want his son to fight Boots. All right, make the fight then. Boots need a big name. I'll pay for that. Put Devin Haney in with Boots, and we're going to see at 147. Bro, Boots, sandals, slippers, chancletas, tennis shoe, whoever, Boots is stomping Devin. It is going to be ugly, bro. Because here's the thing. For one, Boots looks like he has a pretty good chin because he does get hit and he was eating some people's shots and he never seen him like rocked up and like legs gone and stuff. And at the bigger weights, these guys got longer reaches, bigger frames, better, more durable, and better chins and just everything, bro. So, like, Ramirez was really a 140-pounder, bro. And you fought him at a catch weight. Boots can't make no catch weight probably. So you would have to fight him at the full 147. And he has the speed, athleticism, timing, and reach where you doing this, like, rudimentary circling the ring stuff, that ain't going to cut it, bro. That ain't gonna cut it. Boots is big, bro. And got mad cracks. Bro, I picked Boots to beat Stanionis, but I thought it would be a better fight. I ain't gonna front. I favored Boots, but I really thought Stanionis could give him some looks. Stanionis didn't really do with Boots. He didn't really do nothing with Boots, bro. So even Brian Norman, bro. Can you imagine Devin and Brian Norman? Devin could beat Brian Norman? The same guy they say gave Terrence Crawford some issue in sparring and hurt him? Bro, y'all think Devin could beat Brian Norman at 147? He hit too hard, bro. Bill and Devin try to take credit for Rolly's work like they beat King Rye. That was weak. That was so tacky. Rolly called Ryan T.O. and Devin his sons. Facts. And the other thing is, Devin is on record saying that Rolly is trash. So now all of a sudden, you respect Rolly. But you said he was trash. You was like, he's trash, but now you respect his win. Come on, bro. Bro, 147 is not that thick. It's not that thick. Bro, Devin is going to have to, you're going to have to match him super carefully, bro. Brian Norman would send Devin into a nursing home. Boots would have Devin eating out of a straw. Wow. Kamal is off the hook right now. Devin loses to Thurman. I mean, hell, man, come on, bro. Keith Thurman, what bro, he just got a body at 154. Hey, but see, bro, that's how crazy boxing is. Because these Haniacs was saying Devin would destroy Keith Thurman just a year or so ago. Remember that? Bro, I told you, y'all don't know about boxing. About a year ago, when Keith Thurman was still inactive, y'all was saying Devin would destroy Keith Thurman. And then now nobody's saying that. If you said it, you would look crazy. When Keith Thurman was inactive, bro, the way Keith Thurman came back and he still looked like he was formidable. Bro, Devin don't want that. And see, y'all don't hold Bill to no type of standard. Y'all let Bill do all this bumping of the gums saying they want boots, and they'll take Keith Thurman and Brian Norman. All right, make the fight then. Say less. Make any of those fights. I'll pay for them. But I guarantee you they won't. Push Turkey to make boots. He over there, you over there, make Devin and boots. They know better. They're not finna make that. Bro, and see, that's the thing that was shocking about the Devin performance is you look like you could step on Jose Ramirez for real, but you chose fear or hesitation instead of doing it. That shows a lot about where you're at right now. Does that make sense? There were so many openings for Devin to really step on Ramirez. So the fact that you choose not to engage and you were fighting him like he was like primed out, that don't look good, bro. This new generation, they do a lot of talking. Like, just the previous generation, a lot of these guys wouldn't last. I promise you. Like, can you picture Devin and Maidana? Like, come on, bro. Devin and Maidana at 147. Who wins? If Devin were to fight Marcos Maidana, that's what I'm saying. Or even a guy like Ruza and Provodnikov, he hitting too hard. That would give Devin a lot, or Shakur, that would give guys like that a lot of problems because I don't think they would respect you. They're not going to respect your power, and then they don't stop, and they got heart, and they got crazy power. Bro, these fights would be ugly. These would be ugly. This new generation, they got to get with some older school trainers and get back to the old school training. A lot of these people. Why do y'all keep saying that? Y'all don't know about boxing, bro. People keep saying Ryan got off the juice, now he lose. Okay, for me, this is my thoughts. If Ryan fought the same person, Devin Haney, and then he looked like he looked versus Rolly, I think you can make that comparison because styles make fights. So if all of a sudden he comes back and fought Devin and he looked totally different and it was a complete Freaky Friday and he looked horrible, then that Osterine talk would make more sense here. I don't really think this is an Osterine issue. The issue is he got cracked in the mouth in the second round early, and then he was on some live to fight another day type of thing. He didn't want to risk it. Coming off a year layoff, new weight class, the embarrassment of being dropped, probably cobwebs and memories of Rolly in sparring with you. That's it. You guys keep talking about like, oh, Osterine. I don't even think it had nothing to do with Osterine. Like, for example, if you would have put a comeback fight like Ryan versus Bercito Hesta, he would have knocked him out, and then it would have been like a regular Ryan performance. You guys are undermining what Rolly did. You're undermining what Rolly did. That's what I truly believe. And it's just like the low hanging fruit is, oh, Osterine. Bro, again, I would say that if Ryan fought Devin and he looked totally different, then you can maybe make that connection. But here's the thing too. Ryan versus Devin, he didn't even look good in that fight. He looked halfway trained. So I don't even understand that, oh, he's off the Osterine. He didn't look good. The only time Ryan looked good versus Devin was when he let his hands go. And even when he let his hands go, he didn't look like he was in enough shape to finish the job or keep it going. So he didn't even look good in the fight. I don't understand what you guys are talking about with this Osterine. Like, and here's the thing. You guys keep relying on this Osterine. Why did Ryan's stamina look trash if you're on PEDs? You know what I mean? Like, ain't that supposed to give you more endurance? His stamina looked trash. He looked like he couldn't keep punching. He had to charge back up. So, yeah, I don't think Ryan even looked good in the Devin fight. The only time he did is when Devin was getting hurt. So, I don't think that. I think Rolly cracked him in the mouth, and it set a nasty tone early, and Ryan was like on his Victor Ortiz. Like, you want some of this too, old man? No, that's what I think happened. I don't think it's no Osterine and all that. I think he got cracked in the mouth with a double left hook hard by a puncher. Bro, I've watched Rolly train. The man he don't care. Like, when he puts, like, he'll put everything into, like, his punches, like, kind of load up. And Ryan ain't like a defensive wizard, and he caught that. Bro, it wasn't like a partial, like, he rolled with it or nothing. Ryan caught that on the chin. That set the tone for the fight. That's it. I don't think y'all keep, because Bill Haney and the Haneys are like, oh, Osterine, this is how he looks. I don't think it's Osterine, bro. I think if you would have put Ryan in there with a cupcake, he would have looked like regular Ryan. Like if you gave him another Emmanuel Tiptoes. If you gave him another Emmanuel Tag Toes or whatever his name is, he would have looked regular. But see, that's partly Turkey's fault. You know what I mean? Because Turkey, he trying to do these celebrity death matches, and he putting in spoilers. He's putting in spoilers potentially before a mega rematch. So I don't know. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Y'all talking about, oh man, ego. Why are you just talking about Devin? I'm not. Ryan looked garbage too. To be honest, they all look garbage. Skull, Canelo. Bro, Canelo looked so bad at that skull style and like doing anything with it. I got to pick Crawford, bro. I don't care that he's moving up now. Before, I told you Crawford is better than Canelo, in my opinion. I got to pick Crawford, bro, because Crawford is a dog. He got more of a willingness to win. Canelo looked that bad to me, bro. Canelo looked bad to me. He looked faded. He looked washed. Before I was thinking like Bud too small and like the weight. But Canelo didn't look good to me, bro. And he looked too lazy. Canelo was like, he didn't even want to throw jabs and punches. Like he just looked frustrated that he had to walk and chase him. I don't know. I wasn't impressed, bro. I'm giving Bud a shot now, bro. Before I didn't like the weight, but I don't know. Now I might have to give Bud a shot. I'm going to keep thinking about it. So don't hold me to anything yet. We'll see how it. And the other thing is Bud looked bigger, like to be honest. But I know Canelo's massier. He got more mass than Bud. But Bud didn't look dummy small next to him. Who's Devin gonna fight next? If not Ryan, they gonna cherry pick. They oughta cherry pick, bro. Devin looked bad. My thing is this. I always consider the matchup. There are some people where if you fight and you fought like kind of like how Devin fought Ramirez, it would almost be understood, or it's like, yeah, let's get the ugly win any means necessary. I get that. Like a better Biev. You know what I mean? It's not always going to look pretty, but that's better Biev. Better Biev will put your lights out. You see what I'm saying? So for me, there's people like better Biev where it's like, you guys just take the win how you get it. But given what Devin was in there with, which was Jose Ramirez at a catch weight, that was inexcusable to look like that for the full 12 rounds. And then you're posting all these muscle shirtless pictures and talking about Jose looks small. I'm going to stop you. You talk too much, bro. This new generation, Devin, his team, they talk too much. They like, we're going to stop you. Devin got new knockout power from Shane Mosley. I told you, that is not how that works. You don't just talk to a legend in Shane Mosley and now you got cracks. Doesn't work like that. Because if that was the case, everybody who lacked power, Paulie Malignaggi, he'll just get with Golovkin and then now he a power punch. It don't work like that, bro. So I knew that was cap. And when fight night came, it was proven to be cap. Shane Mosley can't give you the tools. He can like give you technique. Some people got power, some people don't. It is what it is, bro. Reason Devin can't punch is because his technique has nothing to do with the coach he has. Yeah, but it's hard to teach a old dog new tricks in boxing. Look, still talking about Devin and he won. Bro, I don't care if, like, okay, he won, now what? I'm going to keep talking about what you going to do. I'm going to keep talking. David, I'm going to keep talking about what you going to do. Bro, he said, look, still talking about Devin. Okay, you got me. Now what? I am talking about it. Now what? Shout out to Mr. Shop 81, my guy. I see you. He act like he caught me up, like doing something illegal. Oh, still talking about Devin, are we? Yeah? Okay, what? Bro, I don't care if he won. He looked bad in the win. See, in the Haniacs, like David, they like, oh, Eagle, why you keep talking about Devin? Bro, why are you not talking about Ryan? You sound stupid. First of all, I talk about what I want to talk about, and you ain't going to do nothing about that. So that's that. Second, the reason why it's such a big deal is because Devin is undefeated. Ryan ain't never been a champion. He's not undefeated. He fought a puncher at the full weight, got dropped. Cool. Done deal. The other issue, talk about Ryan and Tio. Come make me. I'm in NorCal right now. Come make me talk about them. Bro, Ryan ain't never been a champion. So why would I hold him to the same standard as a former undisputed champion? Second, Devin is on the top 10 pound for pound list on Ring and other people's pound for pound list. So why would I focus more on a guy who's never been a champion, failed a drug test, right? Failed a drug test, never been a champion, fought at the full weight, and is not on the pound for pound list? Bro, I told you the Haniacs, they desperate. They are super desperate. Devin is in the top 10 pound for pound list. So for him, and he didn't fight. Like, who looked more dangerous, Jose Ramirez or Rolly? I'm going to let the fans vote. Who looked more dangerous? Bro, the Haniacs is sad, bro. They keep trying to reshape the narrative to try to make Devin look better. And he said, talk about T.O. T.O. didn't look bad. T.O. looked cool. Bro, Rolly at least looked formidable, like his power was there and he was fighting a responsible fight. Jose Ramirez looked shot to pieces and Devin looked terrified, scared straight. There is two different fights. And he fought him at a catch weight, whereas Rolly was at the full 147 and looked brolic. Ryan at least fought at the full weight class. So, again, if these variables are not the same, then why would I address it in the same exact fashion? Rolly at least looked dangerous and showed in the second round that if Ryan made a mistake, he could possibly capitalize and hurt Ryan. Jose didn't show none of that. And Devin fought like he was like deathly afraid of Ramirez. He was just moving. It was bad, bro. I really thought it was bad. Like that's the point. The point that Devin never settled down in the fight is why we're talking about it. Because if you're top 10 pound for pound, according to Ring, you got to look better than that with what you're given. Again, I would be okay if Devin fought Better Biev and he had to fight like that if they were in the same weight class. Because, all right, you got to just, if he fought David Morrell or something, David Benvidez, some fights are going to be like that. You were in there with a dead man. That's the problem. You were in there with somebody who wasn't really looking like they could get off. And you seem completely bothered. That's completely different. So, yeah, that's why we're spending time talking about Devin, because you're on the pound for pound list, bro. And then, to be honest, what Derek James was saying in the corner was cool to Ryan. He didn't exercise it. Bill Haney, his corner advice was horrible. I ain't hearing nothing. See, the Haniacs, they're liars, bro. They don't tell you none of this. Tell me one piece of solid, technical, implementable advice, something that Devin could have implemented to look better versus Ramirez that came from Bill Haney that night. I'll wait. Bro, see, that's what happens. Like, Bill is hurting his son's career in multiple ways. Creating enemies, beefing with YouTubers, not giving up. Like, bro, you're not even giving. You need it. I'm not gonna say you need to, because then that means like I have the decision making power. But in my opinion, Devin need a new trainer, bro. I told you that. He asked him, Devin, how do he feel when you grab him? Devin said strong. Bro, what is that? That's what I'm saying. You're not giving them things like that you can implement. I didn't hear one piece, even in the Ryan fight. Name one piece in Devin's last two fights. See, it's all good when you're winning, because when you're winning, you're not under a microscope. But when you're not looking good or you're not winning, then you're under a microscope. Name a piece in Devin's last two fights, a piece of advice from Bill Haney that you thought was good and right on the money of what he should do. Notice the Haniacs, they don't say shh about it. They don't say nothing. They act like Bill's a great coach and, oh man, he's a black father taking care of his son. You're supposed to do that. Whether you black, white, Asian, Mexican, it don't matter. You're supposed to take care of your kid. Bill be saying generic stuff. All right, when you get close, hit him with the 42 fake out. Clinch. Brick hand, clinch. Bro, he sound like Tecmo Bowl. Omaha, 42, blue 42, hut. Bro, what are you talking about? He talking about hut, hit him with the brick hand, backdoor the brick hand, off the backboard. Like, what are you talking about, bro? Blue for the tube, hut. All right, good job. Town business. And the Haniacs don't even talk about that. They're like, man, Bill's doing it. He's doing right by his son. All right, yeah. You would do right by giving that job to Shane Mosley or somebody else. Hit him with the badminton, the brick hand. The brick and the bit. Yeah, all right. And then none of that is working, bro, because you're not giving him something he can. Bro, what's that? Giving him something he can feel. You're not giving them. You're not giving them nothing, bro. Bro, Devin sounds scared versus Lomachenko. He was like, oh, he knows my every move. Huh. I'm going to the left. He knows. He knows. Bro. Go watch that Lomachenko fight. Devin's like, he knows. He's like, he's trying to set up a trap. He knows. He knows I'm moving to my left. Bro, he's a 2-time gold medalist. And you like, bro, you sound like Bishop and Juice. He made a move. Man, he ain't making no move. I was looking right at you. Bro, Lomachenko was trying to sizzle you. Lomachenko was trying to sizzle you. And he was like, he knows. He knows. He knows. He knows. Oh, he knows. Bro, Lomachenko was trying to sizzle you with that left hand. And Bill was like, all right, circle out, double back, blue 42, hut, hike, town business. Hit him with the town business. The brick hair. These are the breaks. Bro, Devin can't do nothing with that. Bill give instructions like a DJ or something. Off the Richter scale, mama, city of Compton, where the girls shake their booty, mama, bro, what? City of Compton, where the girls shake their booty, mama, city of Compton. Bro, please stop. We're talking about an earthquake on the Richter scale. Mama. Good luck with that, bro. Bro, you need to let Shane Mosley get up in there or somebody. So yeah, man. Devin didn't look good. Ryan didn't look good. None of them. There was like literally probably the worst Friday, Saturday fights I watched in a while. They didn't face Loma in a rematch. Bro. And see, Devin's going to struggle too. Because I truly think part of his success at 35 was being bigger than people. I truly believe that. I feel like that's part, like, if you took out the weight factor, some of those fights would have been different. I think part that snack, he was eating them snacks. Bro, he was getting snacked. He was snacking. And he was ballooning up. So he way bigger than Lomachenko on fight night. That kept him, kind of like more competitive, I would say. But now, you like Boots, no matter how much, you're not gonna outweigh Boots. Even if you did, it wouldn't be benefit because Boots, he could balloon up and he's functional with that. If Devin just bulked up to outweigh Boots, it would slow him down probably. It won't, it's not going to be the same. Boots like a middleweight almost, you know what I mean? So that's what happens when you see guys move up, bro. I'm trying to tell you. When people move up, some of that stuff you got away with earlier, it ain't the same. So yeah, we'll see how it all play out. But I was not impressed with the fight weekends. Anyway, what I don't even know what the next fight is. I got to get that nasty Fatal Fury taste out my mouth. Pause. Bro, that was horrible, bro. I really didn't enjoy that. Anyway, that's my time. Make sure you guys check some of the other content on the channel. I'll be back with some more heat.